Food Group. Brooklyn Food Group, 30 count of New York style bagels, okay? This is George Federa.
Gerard.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gerald.
Gerard. Yes.
Okay, I got it now. We are going to talk about bagels. Bagels are not created equally. If you've heard people, you've seen people in movies talk about bagels, you've seen people, argue about bagels. It's the water, everyone. I'm telling you the secret. New York City, delicious upstate New York water. How do I know this? I grew up in Binghamton, New York, which is upstate New York. And my parents are, I have a family history of loving bagels. My grandparents came over from Eastern Europe where the bagel came from. It was a part of our tradition. You're getting 30 bagels for under $1 a bagel. So even if you went to the grocery store and got something mushy that's bread-like, which is very different than a bagel, it's going to be more money than the special we're doing. You can get your plain. You can get your cinnamon raisin, which I absolutely love. You can get everything bagels, which I know are my husband's favorite. We have sesame bagels. We also have blueberry bagels, and I'm going to scooch over here and show you. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, and I'll tell you, when you get them home, the first thing I want you to do is, if you don't eat them right away, I want you to put them in the freezer, because these freeze really well. You don't want to leave them out on your counter for months. Put them in the freezer. You get 5 of these bags of the Brooklyn Food Group 30-count bagels. The other choice is the combo, which I have here, where you're getting the cinnamon raisin, the blueberry, the plain, the sesame, and the everything. So let's talk about bagels. Why do people get so emotional about what's the best bagel?
Boy, once you have a New York City bagel, then you find out.
Okay.
And you are absolutely correct. The ingredient. My family's been in the ingredient business for 93 years. 93, and we found out that I used to travel selling ingredients, and when I'm selling these ingredients, I found out.
Right. Is this my bagel?
That's for you.
Okay, I'm going to start eating my bagel.
Sure, you do that. I'll talk.
Yeah, you talk. You talk, I'll eat.
So, I'm selling ingredients all over the country, and they're asking me to bring them bread and bagels. I said, what the heck? What? Find out it's the water. So, sure enough, from where Helen's from, our New York City water comes from upstate. And that upstate water is the best. So, what does it do? It gives that shine. It gives that crunchy feeling on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. So I decided about 8 years ago, we are going to make a bagel that can be shipped anywhere, especially to you. We're going to give it to you, and you're going to try it. You're going to follow a little bit of help from you, do some directions, follow the directions, and you're going to be off to the races with this.
I'll tell you, before I came out here, my producer, Pat, bought them. I bought them. I sent some to my mom and dad. I bought some for myself. More people that work here were like, oh, we're getting the bagels. We're getting the bagels. I do have auto ship on these. And Abby, who's my stylist, actually, who's also from New York, said, there's a bagel company that ships around the country that's in New York City, and she's like looking it up online. She's like, look, it's $3.57 a bagel. And I'm like, this is amazing. Our shipping and handling is also free. Free. This is a weekly deal drop. The deals drop on Monday, and they're good until Sunday. I think I'm going to go back and do another order and get these on auto ship, because it is so hard in certain parts of the country, like Florida, to get a real bagel. And sometimes you'll go in the freezer section and it'll have the word New York somewhere on it.
New York style.
New York style, right.
New York style, yes.
But it's not. It tastes like bread. They don't. I mean, we used to call them water bagels, because you. Do you do that process?
We do the boiling process. So the ingredients, great ingredients. It's so we put great ingredients here: brown sugar. We put unbleached, unbromated flour. So one thing we do is not. One thing we don't do is put chemicals in, preservatives. We don't want any of that. You don't want it either. And this is a foundation. Helen, this is a foundation.
Yes.
You can make breakfast. You can put cream cheese, butter.
Right.
You can see peanut butter and jelly. We got it.
You got it.
We got it here.
Bagels and lox.
Comes lunchtime.
Sandwiches.
My favorite.
You're good.
Sesame, ham and cheese, a little mustard. That's it.
And by the way, these are kosher certified, and I think maybe a lot of people don't know what that means, but it is a designation from a rabbi, actually. But it has to be. There's a level of care and cleanliness and everything. So I just want you to know that this is kosher certified, and they do come unsliced. So you slice them up. you know what? I put them in. Guy was telling me he puts them in the oven for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's all different things you can do. One thing you don't want to do is microwave, but you can
no,
definitely
no.
put them in convection oven.
Convection oven, yeah.
Preheat it, 350. That's like 7 minutes. It's done. Freeze it in
Yeah.
the oven, or you can go into the new one. Is these what do you call those? Air fryers?
Air fryers, yes.
Okay. Now, personally,
have an air
I haven't
fryer.
tried it. So if any of you try it out
Yes.
there, let me know how it works
Yeah.
because
I think it
I'm
would
hearing it
work in
cuts
an air
that
fryer.
time in half. Like
An air
4
fryer is kind of like a tiny convection oven, really.
Right, but
because
it's
it
faster.
circles the air. It's faster. Yeah.
So you're going to get, I think
Maybe
I'm
3
hearing
minutes, 4
3
minutes?
to 4
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah.
and it's done.
From freezer to
No.
crunchy, because you want it crunchy. Could you put it in a little toaster oven?
Yes, we can. Takes
Okay.
longer. Takes
Takes
longer. You put them
longer.
in, and you can actually put them in a toaster. Yeah, toaster.
Yeah.
Just throw them out a little bit, slice them into the toaster. You go.
Right. I
So-
mean, these are so incredibly popular. $28.99.
Ah.
You're getting 5 bags of bagels, a 30 count. These are a lot, and these are delicious bagels. So you just have to decide, do you want to get all plain? Do you want to get all sesame, all cinnamon raisin, those are amazing, all everything, all blueberry, or you want to get the combo? So I will say that I did get the combo for myself because I know that my husband loves the everything bagels and he'll eat the blueberry. I personally will eat the plain and the cinnamon raisin
I love
because
it.
everybody, but one of my favorite things on the planet is a bagel, cream cheese, and lox. And I was actually out of town last weekend, and that's exactly what I ordered when I went to like a Sunday breakfast at this really nice restaurant. I was by myself. I was on the road, and it was like $30 or something, because I got a
Yeah.
cappuccino
Yes.
and it's like make this a home. And I'll also say you can pick your own lox at the deli and get
Exactly.
the good
Exactly.
stuff. I literally go to them. I go all the good stuff, and they know what I
Oh,
mean.
Right.
They
There
know
you
what
go.
I mean.
In
The
fact,
good stuff.
I prepared one, and that's how fast you can prepare these.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty simple, and these are my, they're not my ideas. This is what I see out there, but obviously you can come up with better ideas. My job is to make the bagel,
Yes.
make the platform for you, and you're going to put what you want on it. Just follow those simple little directions, and you got a New York City bagel ready to go.
Ready to
in your
go.
own
And
house.
Gerald, you said that we all know it's the water. What do you think it is? I can't tell you. You know what it is? The pizza. People go, why is New York pizza good? And we know, it's
There
the
you go.
water. It's the water.
Same thing with bread.
Same thing with bread. It's something about that fresh, sparkling,
Right.
upstate New York clean water, because
Right.
people are like, the water in New York City. No, the water in New York City is from upstate New York. I think
Yes.
a lot of people don't know
Yes.
that. And that's why the bagels are so, because you cook them in water before you bake them, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
the water's in the dough. The water's good. Then we boil the bagel before it goes into the oven.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's great.
You're allowed to talk with your hands. I do this.
That's why
That's the thing. That's
it's
the
hard for
thing
me
we
to
do.
make sandwiches and talk at the same time. So
I know, right?
That's why
Right.
when you were talking, I'm making sandwiches.
Exactly. But this price is great. Let me kind of go over there. Can I go to the table again before? Are we going to
Sure.
sell out of any of the choices, Pat? Because I want to make sure. Which is. Okay, almost sold out is Blueberry Auto Ship. So if you want the Blueberry on Auto Ship, you need to be on the phone right now. And by the way, we just launched these yesterday. This is a weekly deal drop. Almost 600 have been ordered, 600 orders. So cinnamon raisin, I love these lightly toasted with delicious salted butter. That is my favorite way to have these bagels. I love it. Here are the blueberries. Plain, for me, plain is like my go-to because that's what I do when I do my bagels and lox. And I love, it's like a great, no matter what you want on it, you can't go wrong with plain. Same really with sesame. It just gives a little bit of that toasted sesame flavor. The everything bagel, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite, but my husband's favorite. Like if he doesn't have an everything bagel, he doesn't even think it's a bagel. He loves the everything bagel. And here's something else about everything bagels. If you go to a bagel store in New York, they'll put the everything bagel in a separate bag. They don't put it in with the other bagels because it'll mush up the flavors. You'll get a separate bag of everything with a combo, separate bag of each one of these, and they'll come just like this. Or you can get all of them the same flavor. Then you also get to choose auto ship, which I'm going to go back and do another order and make sure I have auto ship to make sure I keep this price. See, it's really the price I want to keep. I want to make sure I have it because the Brooklyn Food Group, you can certainly go to their website. It's going to be way more than this. Way more than, not like a little bit more. So free shipping and handling. What is the flex pay on this? $5.80, Pat. I think I'm reading that right. Over 680 ordered. This is the first and only time it's been on air. This is it. Guy really set me up for success on this show by
Yes, he
getting me
did.
these bagels. And this deal is amazing. Now, how many shows do you have this week? Because I know it's a weekly deal drop, but you're probably not on 100 times
No, I think we're on maybe one more time on air, but I think you're on
on hsn.com,
on-
but you're
.com.
only doing one more on-air show. Only one?
One more. I think it's only one more.
Oh, yeah. So
Only
that's
one
what I'm
more.
saying. There's this time, and he's got one more show for the whole week, even though this special is good for the whole week. Listen, let me just say this. Bagels is something that everybody likes to have anyway. Why don't you spend less than you're spending in the grocery store and get the best bagel you've ever had? The New York Food Group. This is that upstate New York bagel, the water. Some people call them water bagels because what you do is there's water in the dough, yes, but you boil them in water before the next process of baking them. That's what makes these so chewy, kind of crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside, like that delicious bagel. There's a texture to it that
Yes.
really separates. I don't know like the history of bagels and how they first, I know they came from Eastern Europe, right?
Right.
Do you know the whole history of the bagel? I'm
All I
not
know
like
is-
a bagel
all I know is
historian.
they landed in New York and
Yes.
they needed flour and all kinds of ingredients, and my grandfather stepped in to fill that need.
So that's what your family business was,
Yeah,
is the
that's still,
high-end ingredients
still going
to
on.
make,
93
still going
years
on.
old. Yeah, we're still doing that and proud of it. So, you know, look, when it comes to ingredients for
Yeah.
this bagel, we know what to put in there.
Right, and I think that people like me, I lived in New York City, I went to college in New York
Right.
City, I lived there for 15 years, and the thing that you always miss is, oh, send me a bagel, oh, bring me a
Right.
bagel.
That's-
It's always like that's what you miss is the bagels.
Well, that's what happened. That's what inspired me to do this, because I was
Yeah.
getting tired of being a delivery guy. Every place I went, I had to bring bagels and bread. But
All
I just
right.
wanted to show you one
Yes.
of my favorites. I used to have this, you know, with the family business, I had a trucking company.
Yeah.
My truck salesman used to bring me every week General salami, provolone with roasted red peppers on a sesame bagel.
Ooh.
Oh, it was delicious.
Oh my!
So it's
I
very
would love
similar
that.
to
My
this.
daughter would love that. I
don't know if you
love
can see
roasted
it.
red peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
Delicious.
looks amazing. You know what
And-
is also good? Fresh mozzarella, sun-dried tomatoes.
I think we
on a
got it here
bagel.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Look
of
at
course
me.
you got-
We could just talk bagels forever.
Yeah, and don't forget breakfast, the egg sandwich.
Yes.
They,
Oh,
you know,
so
bacon,
good.
egg, and cheese on a bagel is.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
thank you.
I don't even know if you're going to have another show. They're so popular in this show. As I'm looking at 800 and something, we're to get to 1,000 gone. So, so thank you so much. Gerard, am I